It's me, Stevie Jackson. Welcome to my show. Hey there, welcome to the Stevie Jackson Show. We're back for our segment, Meet the People of the Bible, and today we've got a very, very special guest for you, Ruth. Come on out, Ruth. Ruth, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the show.
Hi. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I've never been on television before.
Well, you know, that's okay. That's okay. We want you to feel at ease here, so take a couple deep breaths. Well, you know, the audience will applaud you again just to kind of make you feel like you're here and welcome and ready to go. So, Ruth, what's been going on in your life lately? You've just got so much going on. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know, I've just been busy with my husband, and little Obed's running around, and we're just, you know, trying to keep him contained. He's a little wild child, but.
Well, and that's true. Kids can be a handful.
They can, yeah.
That's true. So, Ruth, I want to start off. I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
And so, if the audience didn't know, Ruth is originally from Moab. And so we want to see which is better, something from Moab or something from Israel. So I'm going to name something, and then you have to tell us which is better, because you've experienced both now, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's start off with the food.
Food. Man, I do miss that pork in Moab. I'm going to have to say Moab.
Moab?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got some good food over there.
Yeah. What about the music?
You know, I really like Israel's music. You know, it's kind of, they got the harps, they got all the... Yeah.
It's pretty...
Some good dancing, too.
Good dancing?
Yeah.
This one might sound strange. What about their donkeys?
That's a tough one. But I think Israel has the better asses.
You know, I've heard that before. It's possible that you have one from the line of Judah.
Oh, that could
I hear
be.
they've got really good ones. Okay, what about the religion from the two?
Well, they're both so different. I mean, in Moab, you have all these different gods that you worship for different things. So, you know, one god would be in charge of one thing, and one other god would be in charge of something else. Where Israel, you just have the one God, and he's in charge of everything.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I'm a little partial now that I follow Yahweh myself, but I have to say the Israelite religion is much better.
Much better. Okay, yeah, good. Now, I'm not asking you these things because you're a woman, but just because we want to know, what about the clothes?
Clothes. I do miss those Moab clothes. They were a little more flashy, you know, than the Israelite clothes. They're a little more drab and...
Okay. More modest, maybe?
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. But
Yeah. Now, what about footwear?
Footwear. Well, we do go barefoot a lot. But, you know, there's something weird with these Israelites. They tend to give up their shoe for random things. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. So I'm just going to go with Moab
shoes, because they keep their own
shoes.
Okay, that makes sense. It is more simple. So, Ruth, I just got a couple questions for you here. Do you cease to be a Moabite if you leave Moab?
Well, Stevie, I'd have to say, you can take the girl out of Moab, but you can't take the Moab out of the girl.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. So Ruth, tell us, what was it like to marry an Israelite man when you were in Moab? Did you get a lot of pushback from your family and your friends? What were their reactions to this decision?
Yeah, it was a little scandalous at the time, especially my parents. They weren't too keen on it. I mean, they especially found his religious belief strange, you know, with him just worshiping the one God. They just couldn't understand that. So, yeah, it was a little scandalous at the time, but, you know, his foreign accent, that's what got me.
You know, and those foreign accents are pretty good. So Ruth, let's talk about Naomi a little bit. Both you and Naomi went through just incredibly hard time losing what would have been your father-in-law and then your husband and your brother-in-law. Naomi lost her husband and her 2 sons. Just a really, really hard time. I want to know, why did you stay with Naomi when she went back to Israel? Why were you so loyal to her? Because you were leaving a lot behind.
Yeah, I did leave a lot behind, but in our grief, Naomi and I, we formed a really strong bond. We were really close. I mean, she treated me like I was her own daughter, and I was all she had left at that point. So that definitely played a big role in it. And then also, I had grown to love the Israelite traditions and Yahweh, and so I felt this call to be faithful to both Naomi and Yahweh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for that, Ruth. So, Ruth, one more question before we jump to a commercial break here. But I want to know about this Boaz person, who's your husband now. And from what I hear, he's a great guy.
Yeah, my husband is pretty great.
You know him, and he is. But I do want to know, how did you guys end up being married? Because from what I hear is a little bit of a strange story with the proposal and everything. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah. Nowadays girls are all about, this big proposal and the guy gets down on one knee and all that. But yeah, actually I was the one that proposed to Boaz, so that was pretty bold on my part. But he was our kinsman redeemer. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, I don't.
So kinsman redeemer is when a close relative would redeem a family member from some sort of hardship.
Okay.
So Naomi and I would have been in a pretty hard spot being 2 single women with no way to provide for ourselves.
Right.
And so
Right.
Boaz, I asked him basically to step up to the plate and care for us.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah,
and he did.
He did.
So we need to take a commercial break here. We're going to hear from our sponsors, Chariot Motors.
Good afternoon. Bobby here with Chariot Motors. If I got a Chariot for you, you give us a chance, we'll put you in a Chariot. Let me tell you about this one right here. This is like the Pace Chariot for what you see in the amphitheaters in Rome. Let me tell you, this is the baby you want to take home, and we can put you right inside this thing for only a couple bushels a month. Let me tell you about this thing in here. It's got all kind of horse for you. We can line up 4 of them all the way up top there. When you work with us and you are one of our customers, we are there. We have 24 hours a day where we'll bring somebody out to shoot your horse if that's what it needs, or to fix your wheel. And I'm telling you, this is full service. Full service, baby. Take it over.
Hey there, I'm Bubba with Chariot Motors, and have we got a deal for you. We got this nice white piece of work here. You're not going to want to miss this. For less than a bushel a month, you can take this home with you today. You don't want to miss this. We can have 3 horses in front of this Chariot, no more, 3 horses in front of this Chariot. This is the economic vehicle for your average Joe. If you go with me, Bubba, at Chariot Motors, we can give you 25 hours a day service. We won't shoot your horse, and you can drive away with this nice Chariot right here. Hey, welcome back to the Stevie Jackson Show. So glad you're here with us. We've got just a really special guest with us. This would be Boaz and Ruth's son, Obed. Let's give it up for Obed. How cute is he? Yeah. So, Obed, I've got a couple questions for you, and I want you to answer truthfully here, okay? Who do you like better, your mom or your dad? Yeah, well, I like your dad better too. Yeah. The next thing, Obed, what is the best thing that you have eaten today? Oh, just milk? That's all you get? Man.
That's all you get.
That's all you get. Okay. Well, Obed, thanks for joining us here today. Ruth, I got one more question for you before we wrap this segment up here.
Okay.
I want you to talk a little bit about Naomi. we saw a huge transformation in Naomi. Tell us a little bit about the Naomi you saw in Moab versus the Naomi you see today.
Sure. So, she went through a lot. She lost her husband, both her sons, and she was in a foreign land, by herself with just her 2 daughter-in-laws. And so she got kind of bitter, especially towards Yahweh. She was real bitter with the whole situation. But, through the way that Boaz redeemed us, we had some hope. And I saw her transform from that bitter woman. She even made people call her Mara, which means bitter.
Yeah.
She went from that to being full of hope again and joy and gratefulness to the Lord.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
yeah.
Ruth, Obed, thanks so much for coming on the show. Let's give them a big round of applause. And we hope to have you on the show again soon, and we can continue to talk this tremendous story that Yahweh has brought you down.